In this video, I'm going to go over all the costs associated with starting an online store. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way, as I release more content like this, you will get notified. And if you are on YouTube, click on the alert notification button. Now, the exact cost to start an online store can vary greatly depending on the business model that you choose. And this video will enumerate all the costs to start an e-commerce business for the 4 most common business models: dropshipping from your site, selling wholesale products on your site, selling private label products on your website, and then finally selling private label products on Amazon FBA. So first off, the cost to start a business depends on your monetary aspirations. So for example, if your goal is to start the next eBay or the next Etsy, you're going to need a large amount of upfront cash to jumpstart your business. And if you want to start the next Amazon.com, you'll need to invest a significant amount of money to hire engineers and web developers. But if all you want to do is to make enough money to quit your job and start a lifestyle business making 6 or 7 figures online, then you actually don't need that much money at all. And in fact, depending on what your income goals are, you can literally start an online store for less than $3 a month. Now, the other day, a reader who signed up for my free 6-day mini course asked me the following question. Hey Steve, your free course is pretty extensive and exhausting to read through. Can you give me some kind of an idea in one simple sentence how much this would cost me to start up? It seems like there's a lot of money to put into this before you start earning anything. And frankly, I don't have any money to start this up. That's why I need to begin earning the money first. So unfortunately, not everything can be summed up in a single sentence. There are many variables involved, which I will discuss. First off, when it comes to starting an online store, your startup expenses will depend on several factors. But the most important factor that determines your overall cost is your online business model. So below is a description of the 4 e-commerce business models covered in this video. One is dropshipping from your store, and dropshipping is a business model where you take orders from your website, but your supplier stores and ships your merchandise to the end customer. Model number 2 is selling wholesale products from your online store. And selling wholesale is a business model where you purchase inventory upfront for brands that you do not own and then sell them on your online store. Selling private label products from your online store. And selling private label is a business model where you manufacture your own products and then sell them under your own brand on your own website. And then finally, there's selling private label products on Amazon. And selling private label on Amazon FBA is a business model where you sell your own branded products on the Amazon marketplace. Now, in addition to the startup costs, each e-commerce business model will also be evaluated based on the following criteria. Revenue velocity. How long after launch do you expect to make significant money? Barriers to entry. How hard is it to copy your business? And then portability. Do you want to be able to run your business from anywhere? And then finally, there's scalability. Do you want the business to scale easily once it grows? All right, so we're going to talk about business model number 1 first, which is to start an online store dropshipping. Now, dropshipping is by far the cheapest and the easiest way to start selling goods online, which is why most new entrepreneurs gravitate towards this business model. Now, without going into too much depth, because I have other videos that cover it in depth, dropshipping is attractive when you are willing to sacrifice some amount of profit in order to avoid carrying inventory. So when a customer places an order, you then place an identical order with your supplier, and the supplier ships the product to the end customer. And the amount of profit that you make is the selling price minus the cost of goods sold, along with a small dropshipping fee. Now, if you don't have time to watch this entire video and you just want to know how much money you need to start a dropshipping business, here's a short answer. Based on data from students in my e-commerce course, which is about 4,000 students, you should expect to pay between $3 and $500 on average to start a dropship online store. And depending on your tech and design skills, there are always going to be outliers who spend more or less, but this is probably a realistic amount to pay. Now, on the low end of the spectrum, my kids started their own online store selling entrepreneurship t-shirts online over at kidincharge.com for only $3 all inclusive. Now, of course, I helped with the design, but my kids funded their print-on-demand dropshipping store for just a couple of bucks. All right, so here's a breakdown of the expenses required to start a dropshipping store. First thing you need to do is to register your domain. Now, registering your domain will cost you around $10 using registrars like Namecheap or GoDaddy. And your domain is the address for your website and what customers type into their browsers to find your online store. Now, there's not much to say about registering your domain except that you should obey the following rules. Choose a domain that is easy to spell, choose a domain that is memorable, and then check the USPTO trademark database to make sure that you aren't infringing on someone else's name. Now, some web hosts like Bluehost will actually give you a free domain upon sign up. Now the next expense is selecting your shopping cart. Now your shopping cart website will cost you between $3 to $29 a month, depending on which platform that you choose. And the cheapest way to start a dropship online store is to use a free open source shopping cart like WooCommerce and host it on a cheap web host like Bluehost. All right, so in this video over here, I give you step-by-step instructions on how to install WooCommerce on Bluehost for less than $3. And Bluehost will also give you a free domain. Now, if you are not tech savvy at all and would rather focus on sales and marketing, then I actually recommend going with a fully hosted cart like BigCommerce or Shopify. A fully hosted shopping cart will cost you more money, but you won't have to manage the server that runs your website, and you'll receive free technical support. So bottom line, you are paying the extra money for convenience and peace of mind so you can get up and running faster. So if you are new to e-commerce, I actually recommend test driving all the platforms to see what you like the best. The next thing that you'll need is an SSL certificate. Now your SSL certificate should actually be included for free for any platform that you choose. But back in the day, you actually had to pay for a cheap SSL cert to secure your website, but almost no one today pays for their certificate. Bluehost, Shopify, and BigCommerce will give you an SSL certificate for free, and the only reason to pay for SSL is if you need extended validation. And in general, only established companies and or financial institutions require an extended validation SSL certificate. All right, you also need credit card processing, which is free. Credit card processing should not incur a monthly fee in the beginning. Instead, you'll be charged on a per transaction basis, typically on the order of 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. Now, when it comes to accepting credit cards online, you will probably choose between one of the big three: PayPal, Authorized.net, and Stripe. All three of these payment processors have their pros and cons, which are thoroughly outlined in a separate video. However, when you're first starting out, you'll want to go with Stripe and PayPal, both of which carry no monthly fee. Now, once your store starts generating more than $5,000 a month, you can look at other cheaper options, but it shouldn't cost you any recurring fees to accept credit cards when you first start out. Now, here's just a little note. If you're on Shopify, Shopify actually forces you to use their payment processor called Shopify Payments, so you don't need to worry about this step at all if you're using Shopify. Now, here's some optional purchases. You might want to get a shopping cart template, which will run you between $20 and $200. Now, this is entirely optional, but there are many free themes that are widely available. However, if you choose to buy a theme, it's going to be $20 to $200 depending on your platform. And in general, themes for WooCommerce are cheap and plentiful, and you can probably find a good theme to use at no cost. So for example, the theme I used for my kids' online store was 100% free. And if you actually sign up for Bluehost using the link in the notes below this video, I will actually send you this theme for free. Just send me an email, attach your Bluehost receipt, and I'll email the theme to you for free. Now, if you're looking for a drag and drop page builder for WooCommerce, I actually recommend a theme called Divi, again, linked below. And designing a theme with Divi is completely graphical and will allow you to design a great looking site without any technical experience. Meanwhile, if you're on Shopify or BigCommerce, themes will typically cost you around $200. And for Shopify, I really like the Turbo theme, again, linked below. All right, the next expense is you're going to need a logo. And if you are not artistic, then hiring a graphic designer to design your logo will run you anywhere from $5 to $299. Now, if you're on a budget, you can try to design your own logo using a free drawing tool like GIMP. But because your logo is so important for establishing your brand, you should actually invest the money and get it done right. Here are a couple places I recommend to get the job done. Outline-matic. I love their personal touch, and they'll do as many revisions as you need until you're happy. You can use coupon code STEVE for 10% off. 99 Designs is a place where you can crowdsource dozens of graphic designers against each other to create a logo that you like. This will cost you roughly $299. And then finally, there's Fiverr. You can get a logo designed on the cheap, but quality control is going to be a problem here perhaps, but you get what you pay for. All right, so if we tally up all the costs for dropshipping, registering your domain is $10, installing your shopping cart can run you anywhere from $3 to $29, your SSL certificate is free, credit card processing is free, a logo is going to run you from $0 to $299, and a template is going to run you anywhere from $20 to $200. Now, if you add all that up, the total comes out to between $3 and $438. Now, on the low end, $3 doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, does it? With a free open source shopping cart like WooCommerce, your monthly cost for a bare bones site will be on the order of $3. And in fact, open source is what my wife and I used to start our online store over at Bumblebee Linens. And in fact, we are actually on the same open source shopping cart as when we started in 2007, except our web hosting bill is higher due to increased traffic. However, if you are tech averse and you don't want to deal with any website setup whatsoever, you can opt for a fully hosted platform like Shopify or BigCommerce. The main advantage of a fully hosted e-commerce provider is that they take care of all the setup for you, including payment processing, security, etc. Now, while running a dropshipping store costs much less to start than the other online store business models, there's actually several disadvantages which I'm going to talk about right now. Now, when it comes to revenue velocity, the revenue velocity of a dropship online store is much lower compared to a store that purchases inventory up front. After all, not having to worry about inventory or fulfillment costs comes at a price. And when it comes to dropshipping, your wholesale price will be higher. In addition, most dropshippers also charge a small fee whenever a dropship order is processed. All these costs add up, and the end result is that your profit margins will be much smaller, around 10 to 30%. And the other thing to consider is that with dropshipping, you are selling someone else's product. As a result, you will be competing with many other vendors who are selling the exact same thing. And guess what happens when you have multiple sellers selling an identical item? The price tends to spiral to the bottom. And thanks to marketplaces like Amazon, the competition is fierce. And unless MAP pricing, which stands for minimum advertised price, is strictly enforced, you will just be another retailer trying to compete for the best deal. Now, in terms of barriers to entry, the barriers to entry will be lower. Because of the low upfront investment involved and the ease of putting up a website, it can be really easy for someone else to copy and replicate your exact same shop. While they still have to discover who your suppliers are, locating your sources can be as easy as making a purchase from your store and then finding out where the package actually came from. And then finally, in terms of portability and scalability, the beauty of running a dropship store is that your business will be truly portable. Since you don't have to worry about inventory, you can run your business from anywhere there's an internet connection. This means that you can run your online store from a coffee shop in a foreign country or wherever you want. Because you don't have to worry about inventory, your business is also extremely scalable. With a computer server taking and managing orders, you will only have to hire additional help as your customer support volume rises. All right, so that's all there is in terms of how much it costs to start a dropship store. In a subsequent set of videos in a series, I'm going to talk about the cost to start the remaining 3 business models. So until then, hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you like what you saw, there's actually a lot more where that came from if you subscribe to my channel below. And if you are interested in learning how to sell physical products online, then click over here and take my free 6-day mini course where I'll walk you through everything that you need to know to get started in e-commerce. Thanks for watching.